Yo, what's going on, guys? So today we are going to be talking about if suicide is selfish. I know this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, myself included, but I do like talking about sensitive topics. I like talking about things that may be controversial. I'd like to talk about things that may be beneficial. So if this does help any of you guys, definitely let me know in the comments below. I personally, I don't believe it can be selfish. I feel like, of course, the PC thing to say is that it is not selfish. So you're going to hear more celebrities and things like that saying that, whether they believe it or not. So I'm going to go into it a little bit here as the guys talk. Let me know how you guys feel below. Please like the video. It helps me tremendously. That's the reason why I've been able to get the subscribers and the views. Once I get a couple likes in the video, I'm telling you guys would be shocked at how quickly it gets viewed by other people. I'm assuming the likes, it's almost like a wall. As soon as you get past that wall, YouTube is like, okay, well, your video is enjoyed by these people. We're going to push it out to more people that watch similar content. So let's get into the video, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so because of where my camera is positioned and where my screen is at, I am sorry for how much my face might... One second. How much of my face might start blurring and getting all that black stuff. You see there. So, I'm going to go a little bit smaller. It really shouldn't be much of a problem for you guys, since you guys are going to be watching mostly them and listening to me if I talk, so... Let's get this started.
We had a party. Pod. We had a party though. No, I'm talking about here. You had a party. So
yeah, there is a time and a place.
Mood music is kind of some of the saddest, most depressing shit. Not part 3. Not to me, but okay. We disagree on that.
Okay. Well, as the nigga who made it,
I was going through some shit.
I wasn't happy.
For me, easily the darkest period of my life. I don't even know how I made it out. So as I'm happy and like doing great, and
don't bring it out.
Like...
So for context, he's talking about him being at a party, and at the party he's at, a guy came up to him and starts talking to him about his music, I guess called mood music, which is albums that Joe Budden put together. Let's see if I can pull that up here. Okay, it's a mixtape. See, but he said Mood Music 3. They're talking about that, and the guy was saying that Mood Music 3 was the best. So Joe was talking about how when he made that album, that mixtape, that's what was so difficult.
Yo, remember when you were sad? Remember when you was depressed?
That was the best you.
I want you to go back to that.
That you that was dying. My favorite you.
Y'all just said that about Mary, though.
If you could do that again, wow. What you want me to say?
That's the fan entitlement.
What you want me to say to that?
Mary J. Blige.
Thank you. Peace, my G. Good looking.
Yeah, I was going through some shit.
I'm retired.
So when they say, yo, mood music helped me through some really dark times and helped save my life, I say,
me too.
Me too.
That's all you can really say.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's dope. Yeah.
It's dope if you understand what that means.
Everybody don't.
I'm about to get deep. Let me not try to get deep. But it's only dope if you know what it means.
Me too. I don't want to discuss that right now. Yeah, I'm not there anymore.
Oh, wow.
I made it out. You made it out.
It's the classic argument, and I said I was off for suicide, but I want to talk about
Anthony close. I couldn't believe how much... Sorry. When that was close, I didn't know my face was changing colors like that, so I apologize.
I'm back on suicide. It's the classic debate of the people that think suicide is selfish versus the people that understand suicide to be like a dark place for people. And that is going to always be a classic fight. The people that think suicide is selfish, the people that say, hey, but he had kids, but he had a family, but
I think they're being selfish saying that.
It's selfish.
No, I think they could be both. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. I think they both could be accurate.
Yeah,
but
let's look at it like this.
Ish is wrong here.
To have that perspective means to those people that have gone through it that you never really went through it. If you think that I'm doing like this and I'm doing this and it's affecting all these other people that are selfish and that was fucked up, I consider these people and that's still like, then you've never been here. And that's a privilege. That's a plus. That's a blessing.
I agree with that.
That's a great thing that these people don't necessarily realize.
I agree with that.
They don't
absolutely.
realize the privilege. So when you're listening from this perspective and you hear that privileged person say, hey man, this is fucking selfish. The person that's been there is like, wow, dog.
You have no idea.
Not only are you lucky, but you don't even know that you're lucky. It's that fight. That fight will always exist, so I'm not here to debate it. But I understand it, is all I'm saying. And how do we get there?
Mood music. Talking about, mood music. Somebody.
So, yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because that's really what I was trying to get at with this video. So the topic of suicide generally, and just the topic of it being selfish, and what Ish said, saying it could be both, or he sees how people could see it both ways. I think that's more of his generation and where he grew up speaking, because my dad didn't grow up in the best areas. When he came from Panama and he was in the U.S., he grew up in places like bad parts of Texas, New York, Atlanta. This is where he's at. This is where he spent his time. This is where a lot of his family's at. This is where a lot of my family's at now. So yeah, it's just a mentality that I think you develop. I think you develop the mentality that like quitting pretty much makes you weak. But what Joe is saying is if you've actually been to this point at one time in your life, there's no way that you would be able to feel that it's selfish, because it means a whole lot more than just, oh, this person wants to stop providing for whoever it is they provide for. They want to stop doing whatever it is that they do. So honestly, when people say it is selfish, to me it's kind of sad. I think it's kind of a sad thing to hear. I think there's a lot of people that are suicidal that hear that and they're not able to handle it. I don't think that's like, I know some people are going to say, well, they should just be strong. They should just be able to do this, whatever. That's not necessarily always the case. And you don't necessarily know someone's traumas because of how they present themselves, or because you think that somebody that might have a similar history would be a different kind of way. I think suicide is an extremely touchy subject, but I do think a lot more people, especially a lot more people in minority families, not just black families, but Spanish families and all the other types of nationalities that there are, I think they're starting to get a better grasp on understanding that this might be a real thing. I know there's definitely still times where I have Spanish and black families. So my Spanish and black family, not the younger generation, but the older generation has been hard on not just people that I know, but like people that I've heard them speak about and things like that. So it's a sensitive subject. I think if you get to the point where you want to commit suicide, I think it's a dark, lonely place for everyone. No one feels happy with the people around them, and I mean, in the point that they're happy about the time that they spend around other people. Not that they don't care, but that they're happy about the time they spend with people. There's no way they're under that mindset when they want to kill themselves. There may be a select few people that they really like being around, but it's not like they enjoy existing. They completely dread it. They completely dread the idea of existing in most cases once they get there. Not everyone, obviously. And it takes different amounts of stress to get people there. Depending on the kind of stress that you've been through in your life, or the kind of stress that you're probably prone to being able to deal with, I think that is going to weigh heavily on whether you pull the trigger or not. I think that's why oftentimes you see in black families and Hispanic families, they don't necessarily get to do it so they don't get to do it in a way where they feel vulnerable with their emotions and let someone know that this is what they want to do. It's usually out of anger, some extreme sadness, but it's an explosive reaction usually of the people around them. I'm not saying that white people aren't like that, but I'm saying it's a lot more of like an aggressive energy because it's like, oh, you found out what's going on with me. And mental health is something, it's something new generally, but it is really, really new for people of color to talk about it at all. My dad talks about it all the time. He never grew up with it, never heard about any of this stuff. My mom too, obviously. Like, that's how it is with their generation. But if they start getting upset and those things pop up in whatever topic it is, they can quickly revert to like older versions of themselves where they just think it's all bullshit, all of it, which I can understand. Coming from that generation, things that they've went through as well, I can understand that. I don't think suicide at all is selfish at all. I don't think it can be selfish. I think the very act of doing it can't be selfish, because regardless of if you're religious or not, no one necessarily knows exactly what happens when your body loses the ability to gain consciousness again. No one knows what happens immediately after. No one has any inkling of what really happens. You could talk to people that have been brought back and they either are really religious or whatever it may be, but if you are alive, before you die, your brain gets a giant lapse of DMT, which is going to cause your mind to damn near trip. You're going to be pretty much tripping. So when people say they saw God and stuff like that, from a scientific standpoint, I don't know. Literally. Like, there's just no way of knowing what that experience that people have and they say they have is. They don't know if it's the DMT. They don't know if it's some kind of dream. It's a weird scenario. So if you guys like content like this, a little more serious, a little bit more me talking, it's a little bit of Joe Budden's clip, but me talking about a serious issue, trying to give my feedback on what the guys are saying and how I feel also. Let me know if you guys like this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Remember, 100 subscriber giveaway, a $10 Amazon gift card. Yeah, I butchered that, but it's a little bit late here. I hope you guys have a great day. And if any of you guys are having issues with suicide or depression or any of this stuff, comment below if you're comfortable. Send me a message if you need to talk. I'm here for you guys. Genuinely. We could play a game sometime. We could talk about this podcast. We could talk about whatever. We could make our own podcast, whatever it is. So if you guys want to talk, definitely let me know. I appreciate all you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.